paperback and e-readers this March. John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose. The man who rules the world runs into the irresistible force of a man with nothing to lose in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get the regular and variant cover editions of John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose this March. Big Daddy Kane became the latest rapper to half-step and buck dance for Eminem by calling him the Kobe Bryant of hip-hop. And your Big Daddy Kane's statement regarding your Eminem comes right after your Rakim deferred to Eminem as a rap great, and your Nick Cannon recently deferred to your Eminem. Now, when I look at these legendary rappers deferring to Eminem, I clearly see how these men have been bought and paid for, because if you take a critical examination of these legendary rappers, your Eminem doesn't even rank in the bottom 100 when you look at their skill sets. Your Big Daddy Kane became a legend and an icon because of his legendary flow, his masterful ability to play with words, and his own unique style. Same thing with Rakim, who was a master in his own right, one of the greatest rappers because of his legendary, again, wordplay, ability to flow, and his ability to take words and phrases and make them the daily word, as he said in Follow the Leader. And it's a shame that we see two of the greatest leaders in hip-hop submitting and deferring to somebody like mediocre Marshall Mathers, because mediocre Marshall Mathers isn't fit to even wash Vanilla Ice's jockstrap. That's right, Vanilla Ice is a far better rapper than your Eminem. At least your Vanilla Ice came from the heart. Your Eminem is just a big Madison Avenue Hollywood phony. And what's really phony is seeing all of these great legendary black rappers taking the craft of rap and looking to gift wrap and put it in a bow tie box and hand it over to this white man and try to elevate this white man to a superior position. This is one of the saddest and most embarrassing things to see from people like your Big Daddy Kane and your Eminem, because I remember when Big Daddy Kane could get the job done, and I remember when Rakim was the microphone fiend, and they made classics that showed how black rappers were young, gifted, and black, and how watching these Muslim rappers who came from the number 7 mosque buck dance and bojangle for a white man. This, again, is one of the most embarrassing things for me to see, because the form of rap was created by black men like Kool Herc in the Bronx, not guys like Marley Marl from Queensbridge, and they created that form of music to express a positive statement about the world around them in spite of all of the urban blight. But it's sad to see how these legendary rappers are willing to sell their legacy and their birthright for a crust of bread, all so that they could receive some white validation and some white approval, compromising everything that they said they believed in all of their legendary rap songs. We see them betraying everything that they said they believed in by trying to join the chorus of rappers who were out here elevating your Eminem to a level he is far below. As I see it, your Eminem is nothing more than a mediocre clown. Just like Mariah Carey said in her song many years ago, she called him a clown. And it's sad to watch legendary rappers call him the Kobe Bryant of the 2000s, when it's clear to me guys like Ludacris and Nas should have been considered for that, because when I look at your Ludacris and your Nas, they were far more gifted as related to lyrics. They were far more gifted towards wordplay, and they set the standard far better than your Eminem. I mean, Ludacris at the time was at one time a legend, and at one time, and he was literally a household name. But your Big Daddy Kane is going to call your Eminem the Kobe Bryant of hip hop, when it's clear to me your Eminem isn't even fit to, again, wash Vanilla Ice's jockstrap. That's how mediocre he is. But it's clear to me, it's a shame that your old school rappers who've preached about black empowerment have been compromised by white supremacy, and they're willing to sell out the form of music that black people created in inner city neighborhoods like I lived in the South Bronx, all because they've gotten theirs and they want to stick a big middle finger up at the next generation by passing their legacy not on to the next generation of brothers and sisters out there, but what they're going to do is try to elevate this white man so that he can become the next Elvis Presley and steal our art form out from under us. And it's sad to see our own black entertainers, again, our own legends and icons who scraped and struggled to build this art form of rap music, betray everything that they believe in for some crumbs from the Hollywood slave master's table, and throw away their own legacies just to continue to win some breadcrumbs from a slave master. That's the most shameful thing about watching your Big Daddy Kane calling Eminem the Kobe Bryant of rap, is that he throws away his own definitive iconic legacy, because his songs like I Get the Job Done, his songs like The Symphony, his home, all of that stuff, the Ain't No Half Steppin', those were classics, and they showed us, again, the mastery of things that your Eminem could not even fathom on understanding. Your Eminem has no understanding about wordplay. He has no understanding about flow. He has no understanding about how to make great lyrics. He has no understanding of how to craft a great song. But they're going to say, Big Daddy Kane is going to call him a Kobe Bryant of rap. Your Rakim is going to sit there and say that Eminem is one of the all-time greats. But again, when I look at your Eminem and I compare him to true greats in the rap game, from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five to your Rakims, your Big Daddy Kanes, your Cool G Raps, your Notorious B.I.G.s, your West Coast rappers like Ice Cube and Dr. Dre and all of these other great rappers, your Eminem isn't even in the bottom 100. I would even go as far as saying the guys from Crazy Town are far better rappers than your Eminem, and that just shows how much of a candy butt your Eminem truly is, and how sugar-coated and candy-coated it is of Madison Avenue in Hollywood, because what they want to do is put a white face on hip-hop so that they can hijack the art form of hip-hop and then commercialize it as a white music form, the same way your Hollywood and the music business candy-coated and sugar-coated rock and roll, and took it from guys like Fats Domino, Chuck Berry, took the music form from them, and then put the white face of Elvis on the music form, and took that music form and made it a white music form, even though black people created rock and roll. And that's what they're trying to do in this 21st century, is they're trying to erase the black faces from hip-hop and rap and make Eminem the new Elvis and make him the face of hip-hop, even though mediocre Marshall Mathers is nowhere near the level of even a Vanilla Ice or Crazy Town, and Butterfly is a better song than anything that your Eminem ever produced. So it's a shame to watch your all-time great rappers sell out like this, and it just makes me shake my head, because when I was 15, 16 years old back in 1988 and 1989, listening to guys like Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap and Rakim, I never would have thought they would have sold out like this. And to see them sell out like this really hurts my heart, because, again, these guys made the music of my generation, and it really saddens me to see the guys from my generation selling out like this by buck dancing, bojangling, and half-stepping to a mediocre white man to put him above themselves, compromising their dignity, self-respect, and self-worth, and showing us all why the black man, is seen as a laughingstock all across the world. Because when you compromise your dignity, your self-respect, and self-worth for some crumbs from a master's table, you go from being a master to a slave, and that's something that shows how raw Big Daddy Kane stopped being and how he's done as a rapper. If you want to pick up some of my positive SJS Direct publications like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the John Haynes series, and the Spinsterella trilogy, you may do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com. There you can pick up all my books in paperback and Kindle formats. And if you want to help me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Coming to paperback and e-readers this April, ISIS, the main event. It's carnage inside of a steel cage as the goddess next door steps in the squared circle against the beast from the falls in this all-new ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS, the main event, this April.